So before we get into the video today, guys, I had to give a little shout out to Marvel616 over on Twitter. This dude literally made my logo in BO4. He was able to craft my immortal tiger in the emblem creator, which is seriously insane. I had to throw it in a video. Dude, you are an absolute wizard and I appreciate it a ton. I will leave a link to his Twitter down below if you guys do want to go and check him out. Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time once again. My friends over at G Fuel have boosted my discount code to 30% off from now until August 27th. So if you are looking to snag anything at all from G Fuel, be it a new flavor, a new starter kit, or simply a new shaker cup, be sure to use code IMMORTAL at checkout. That way you can get yourself that increased discount. And now on to the regular video. While it may be a brand new element to Call of Duty, Blackout seemed to be relatively well received at launch, and in the time since it has only grown bigger and bigger. Blackout has seen multiple community tournaments, it's received far more updates than multiplayer and zombies, and all around the mode has come quite a long way since it debuted in its beta stage back in September of 2018. So now here we are almost 1 year later, and Blackout in its current state is very, very different. What started as a very bright and vibrant and lively map has now turned into a dreary apocalyptic mess with Operation Apocalypse Z. However, in just a few short weeks, Blackout is going to be receiving another major update, and what is likely going to be its last major update while Black Ops 4 is still the primary Call of Duty title. Sure, we might see a random update here and there come 2020, but as far as operational-based updates go, we've got one major operation left, and thus one final Blackout map update as well. So today we're breaking down what we can expect to see happen to the Blackout map in Operation 6. But before we jump into all of that, if you are new here and you want to stay up to date with everything going on in the world of Call of Duty, feel free to subscribe with your post notifications turned on. That way you'll always know whenever I upload a new video. And of course, if you do enjoy this one, let me know by dropping a like rating on it, as it would be much appreciated. And now let's get into the final Blackout map updates. So obviously right now, the Blackout map is the furthest from its original state that it has ever been all year long. You know, we've seen the lighting change and the overall aesthetic change from season to season. We've had the summer themed map, we've had the spring themed map, we've had the standard map too, but the apocalyptic state that we're in now is very, very different from all of those in terms of the overall aesthetic. As it's darker, the map is pretty bland in color, and it's generally not the most appealing visually. Don't get me wrong, the story and the lore behind it I think is absolutely awesome, but the map itself definitely is not my favorite from what we have seen so far. However, this is all going to change here pretty soon, because this map is specifically based around Operation Apocalypse Z. With our other operations that we've seen throughout the year, the summer themed map or the spring map could overlap from operation to operation without too many issues, seeing as the map's theme was not tied directly to any given operation. However, that is a bit different this time around, as the map literally revolves around the apocalypse. So once Apocalypse Z wraps up here on the week of September 23rd, just a little over a month from now, we will then effectively see the final Blackout map update occur. Now in between then and now, we do still have a little bit of time left, like I just said, about a month or so, depending on when you are watching this video. And just this past week, we did get a confirmation that we are going to be getting another larger update sometime in September, and that will introduce Jungle Flooded into multiplayer. And more than likely, this is when we will see the 1.24 update go live. And just going off of what we have seen previously, each of the last two major updates in this operation have changed the main map a bit within Blackout. Originally, we saw a minor decrease to the fog on the main map, and most recently we saw the vast majority of the fog removed, and the lighting has also shifted to be a bit brighter too. So that almost makes it seem like we're in a recovery type of stage as we progress towards the end of the operation. And with this September update coming up, I'd expect to see yet another major change occur on the Blackout map to cap off Apocalypse Z. Perhaps we'll see these zombies areas, like those where there's blood splatters and SOS signs written out, cleaned up a bit, or maybe we'll see even more light return to the map and maybe the skies will clear out a bit. Either way, we are moving towards the massive cleanup process, which I assume will occur with Operation 6 and the final Blackout map update. So what exactly is this cleanup process going to look like? Well, as of now, we're not too sure what Operation 6 is going to be themed around, but as of now, I'm simply referring to it as Operation Final Stand, thus the mock art you guys are seeing on screen right now. But we can essentially confirm that the lighting will be changing with Operation 6, as each new operation has changed how the map looks from a lighting standpoint. I would assume we'll be going back to the lighter map once again, probably more similar to the summer or spring maps, since generally the darker map wasn't as well received, since a lot of people thought that it really slowed down the overall pace of the game and encouraged more camping and passive play due to the increased difficulty in spotting players in certain areas. So a lighting change is basically guaranteed at this point, but how about physical map changes? Because I'm sure, like myself, a lot of you guys are probably interested in seeing whether or not we get another new location, or if we end up seeing something else physically changed on the map, like how we had the Wetworks update that flooded the map during Spectre Rising. Here is where things get a bit tricky though. We haven't seen a new point of interest or new major location added in since Operation Grand Heist, when we saw Ghost Town added into the southeastern corner of the map. Since then, Spectre Rising flooded the map, Days of Summer dried up the map, and Apocalypse Z killed the map. None of those updates though brought new areas with them, and instead simply adjusted the current areas or made adjustments to the land itself. So with Operation 6 and the Final Blackout Map update, as much as I would love to see another new area added in like Summits or Meltdown or something of that nature, I'm gonna say more than likely we'll probably just end up seeing landscape changes and perhaps a few updates to current areas on the map. Some of those updates will surely include the removal of some of the zombie-based areas that we described earlier, like for instance the various houses that are riddled with stains and SOS signs. And something that I think is possible, not guaranteed, but certainly possible, is that of a final update to the construction location. Now, when I play, I constantly land at construction. I am a construction main, if you will. You can all thank Espresso for that one. And all year long, construction has remained largely the same, even though it is one of the prime locations on the map. Cargo was flooded, the farms was flooded and overrun by zombies, Hydro was blown up, etc, etc. In terms of overall area, those are some of the larger places on the map. Construction, arguably the most complex of them all, with how much verticality and depth is included in the area itself. So what if with Operation 6, we end up seeing the construction site turned into an actual skyscraper, and perhaps the top of the building is built up some more to feature more completed floors, rather than just open scaffolding and things like that, spanning the top portion of the building. That could be pretty interesting to see, but that also might affect the angles and various vantage points you have over the surrounding areas on the edges of the higher floors. So there is definitely some pros and also some cons there. Keep in mind though, that is just simply me brainstorming and theorizing. That is not confirmed by any means, but on a list of places due up for some updates, construction is going to be near the top in my own opinion. Anyways, I would say more than likely we'll probably just end up seeing some various map upgrades, if you will, rather than a whole new location, just going off of the pattern of the more recent operations and events that we have seen. What is also kind of peculiar about the final update for the Blackout map is what happens once Black Ops 4 is no longer the current title. Modern Warfare, of course, is taking over at the end of October, and we still don't know if there is going to be a Battle Royale mode for sure in that game. We have heard rumors that a BR mode may be coming post-launch, but at the end of the day, those are just simply rumors and there is no certainty to them. Regardless though, once Blackout is not a part of the main Call of Duty title anymore, we're not sure if the map will be changed from month to month, or maybe just once every few months, or even at all. So there is a chance that the final Blackout map update is the map that we will be stuck with until further notice, so I guess let's just hope it's a good update at the end of the day. With all of that being said though, that is effectively everything we know about the final map update within Blackout, and that is going to wrap things up for today. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like rating on it, as it would be much appreciated, and it also does really help out the channel. And of course, if you guys are new here and you want to stay up to date with everything going on in the world of Call of Duty, ranging from news to leaks to updates and everything else in between, feel free to subscribe with your post notifications turned on. That way you'll always know whenever I upload a new video. As I mentioned earlier, code Immortal is currently boosted to a 30% discount over on gfuel.com, So if you are looking to try out G Fuel for the very first time, or simply restock your favorite flavor, be sure to use code IMMORTAL at checkout to take advantage of that larger discount. Once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.